This podcast will give you an overview of the lesson module, which is a component of the classroom response system. The lesson module can be considered a branching quiz activity. Answers to questions dictate what other questions and content and feedback to which the student is routed. Student scores and responses are recorded. That can be looked at for further analysis. And multiple question types are supported. Some potential applications of the lesson module include problem-based learning, various decision-making exercises, and it can be used for formative assessment. Okay, so let's take a look at an example of the lesson module. Okay, so here I am logged into the course page of a course within the classroom response system, and here's a link to a demonstration example of the lesson module. So I'm going to click here, and so the lesson module, think of it as a collection of pages that you have some control over how a student is able to navigate to those different pages depending on the answers to questions and decisions that they make with choices that they have to make. Okay, so here I'm given a block of text that I would need to read and make a choice based on that text. This could be a scenario or some kind of a problem that the student needs to analyze and choose a course of action. So I'm going to make a choice now. I'm going to choose the choice here that says take the high road. And now I'm brought to another page where more content can be provided to the student to go over and study, and it could be an embedded video, could be more text to read, could be an audio file that the student needs to listen to. And then they are faced with a question to answer. In this case, what type of device does a student need to submit a response to the classroom response system? In this case, let's see, a mobile computing device, a clicker device they pick up at the start of class. So I'll click here and choose the second option. Now I'm going to hit the button, select your answers. And if I scroll down here, I'm going to see the feedback that I have been provided with. It says my answer, it states what my answer was, and it says, no, that type of system is becoming outdated. So in this case, when I hit the continue button, it reroutes me back to the original page where the question is posted. So let's see. So once again, what type of device does a student need to submit a response to the classroom response system? In this case, I'm going to choose a mobile computing device. And then I will select my answer. And then here I see the feedback that I'm provided with. It says, yes, you are correct. Examples of such devices include laptop computers, iPads, iPods, and various types of smartphones. Now, I could have been routed to another page of content, whether I got the answer right or wrong. And the system does, regardless of where I'm routed, the system always records my responses. So I'm going to hit continue now. And in this case, it reroutes me back to the first page in the activity. And so now I'm going to see what the low road is like. So I'm going to take the low road. And here I'm provided with some more content to go over. And here I'm given another question, true or false? The classroom response system only allows for one question type. Well, that's definitely false. So I'm going to select my answer here. And I'm given some feedback. You are correct. This is a false statement. The CRS allows for multiple question types. Okay, I'll hit continue. And I'm almost at the end of the lesson activity here. Now, please be aware that the lesson module allows for you to create multiple layers, multiple lessons, multiple pages. This example was a very short one. So you could potentially design one that's much longer and allows your students to access different types of content in different formats, and allows them to input responses and answers and make choices depending on the content and questions that you provide to them. So I'm going to exit the lesson now. Oh, and do notice that you don't have to, but you can put a time limit on a lesson module activity. If that is useful to you, especially if you're having your students do this during class time, you could put a time limit on it, and then once the time is up, they'll have to make sure their lessons are completed by that time, and that this could be a potential launching point for for a lecture or another activity in class you might be doing. So we'll exit the lesson now. And here at the end of the lesson, I see my overall score for the lesson, and so that is an overview of the lesson activity, which is a component of the classroom response system.